This lesson is 15 minutes. You may pause at any time or return later. This lesson demonstrates some introductory steps on how to create a dashboard. Let's get started by clicking on Components, then click on the Text button. Click and drag a label for a title. Left-click to resize the title box. Left-click here. Select the title to link the cell in your Excel spreadsheet. Click on the OK button. With the title cell still selected in your spreadsheet, click the Appearance button. Now, click on the Text tab. Click the drop-down arrow to choose your font size. Click here to boldface the title, then we will center it. Click Components to add a pie chart. Click the Charts button, then select Pie Chart. Click the border of your pie chart to select it. Then, click the Appearance button. In order to clear your chart background, deselect the box marked Show Chart Background. Click the General button, then click in Chart. Here, we'll add a title of 2015 Sales. Now, we'll add a subtitle of First Quarter. Now we will add data to columns by clicking here. Click the drop-down arrow to add values. Highlight the data you want to show on the chart. Click on the OK button. Now, click the drop-down arrow under Labels. Highlight the labels you want to use, then click the OK button. Click on the OK button. Next, let's add a gauge by clicking on Components. Click on the Single Value button. Select Gauge 2 and drag it to the canvas. Now, resize it as needed. Add a title from the data below. Click on the OK button. Now, click on the Appearance button. Then, click on the Text tab to format the title. To select the data from the sheet you want to show, click the General button. Then, under the Data category, select the Radio button by range. Then, select the drop-down arrow. Select the data you wish to use from the table and click the OK button. Next, we will add alerts to the gauge by clicking the Alerts button. Click on the Enable Alerts checkbox button. Then, click on Use a Range checkbox button. Now select the Radio button next to High Values are Good. Next, click the Marker checkbox button. Click the Appearance button again. Now, click the Color tab. From here, we will select the frame color for Indicator 1. Now we will choose the center color for Indicator 1. Left-click here to choose the background color. Left-click here to choose the tick mark color. Now, let's add another gauge. Click on Components, then click on Gauge 2 item. Resize it as needed. Click the drop-down arrow to add a title. Select the data you would like to use for your title from your spreadsheet. Click on the OK button. To link to the data from the sheet below, click the drop-down arrow, then select the data in your spreadsheet you wish to use. Now, click the OK button. Click on the Appearance button. Then, click on the Text Page tab to boldface your new title. Next, click on the Color Page tab. Now, choose your frame color for Indicator 1. Left-click here and choose the center color for Indicator 1. Left-click here to choose the background color for Indicator 1. Under the Ticks and Limits menu, left-click here to change the tick mark color. And last, to change the color of the pointer, left-click here. Now, let's add a bar chart. Click on Components, then click on Charts. Now, click and drag to the canvas. Click the border of your bar chart to select it. Then, to change the title, click under Chart, then click the drop-down arrow. Select the cell data you want to link to your chart, then press OK. Next, highlight the data under Subtitle to delete it. Now, click on the Appearance text item. Next, uncheck the Show Chart Background box. Now, click on the General button. Then, click on the Data in Rows radio button. Then, click to link the data to the bar graph. Next, highlight the whole section you wish to include. Then, click the OK button. Next, click the Appearance button. And uncheck the box next to Enable Legend to turn off the legend. Click here to resize your chart. Left-click here. Now, let's add a line chart. Click on the line chart and drag it to the canvas. Left-click on the Appearance button. Uncheck Show Chart Background. Click the General button. Now, click the drop-down arrow to link the data in your spreadsheet for a title. Choose the desired data, then click the OK button. Now, highlight Sample Subtitle, then push Delete to remove it. Now, click on the Data in Columns radio button. Let's add a selector by clicking on Components, then click on the Selectors button. Next, click on Combo Box item and choose where you would like to place it on the canvas. left-click here. Click here to edit your labels. Remove any unwanted labels. Type 2016 and click the Add button. Now type 2017 and click the Add button again. Click the OK button to finish your action. Left-click here on the Behavior button. Next, click the drop-down arrow. Then click Label 1. Then highlight an area to use as staging. And now select a fill color. For the next step, click on the General button. Prepare the selector to move your data by clicking on Column Item. Click the drop-down arrow to select the source data. Click on the OK button. Click the drop-down arrow under Destination. Then select the destination area. And finally, click OK to apply your changes. Next, we'll add a background by clicking on Components. Click the Art and Backgrounds button. Then choose Background 2. Click the border of your line chart to select it. Left-click here. Left-click here to select the border, and right-click here. Select the Send to Back menu item. Now we will adjust the transparency by clicking here. Choose your desired transparency. Then click here. Left-click to reposition your line chart. Then left-click the combo box. Left-click here to resize your gauge. Click here to reposition it. Click the gauge to select it. Click here to resize it. Click to select the bar chart. Click and drag to reposition it. Then click here to resize and reposition it. Click here to select your line chart. Then click here to resize it and reposition it. Now click on the pie chart to reposition it. Then click on the combo box in order to move it. Next, click the drop-down arrow to link to your table. Then highlight your staging area. Click the OK button. You can now preview your dashboard by clicking the Preview button. You can now see the pie chart you've created and the bar chart you've created. Here is the line chart you've created, and click the drop-down arrow to select 2017 data. Now the 2017 data for yearly projections is displayed. Click here to view 2016 data. This concludes our lesson.